Welcome back, Motorheads. This is Project Van Finds on Facebook Marketplace. Up first, got 1976 Ford for $11,750. Now, even though I'm a GM person, I absolutely think I like the old Ford vans better than any Chevrolet van out there. I like the shorties, don't get me wrong on the Chevrolets, but I just like the legroom you got with the Ford van. You know, you didn't have to worry about that wheel well taking up all your foot space, and overall, it was just a cool looking old van. Now, this one here, get rid of that ridiculous wing they got on the back, it definitely helped this van's program. That's my personal thoughts. But overall, for the pictures, this van looks to be in pretty dang good shape. Now, there's some questionable things on the interior that I don't necessarily care for. I definitely don't dig that carpet. But I think with a little bit of tweaking and the right price, this might make somebody one hell of a little project van. But what do you guys think of this old 76 Ford? Make sure you leave it down in the comments. Up next, got 1979 Chevrolet for $10,000. Now, even though I said I liked the Ford van a little bit better than the Chevy, you can't deny Chevy had a great looking shorty van. They were just good looking vans all the way around. If it wasn't for that cursed damn wheel well being under your damn feet, it would have been a perfect van in my personal opinion. I think Dodge kind of missed the mark too with that stupid wheel well. But anyway, from limited pictures, this van here doesn't look too bad either. I don't know about 10 grand, but what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got 1977 Ford for $5,500. Got us another pretty cool old Ford van here. Now, there's a couple things about this one I don't like. I'm not really a big fan of the window vans. I don't care for the windows down the side of these vans. Me personally, I think it just took away from the vans. Now, this van here is definitely kind of cool, and it's kind of unique to find one that's actually still this intact, being a custom vehicle from back then. I kind of like a lot of the things that's going on inside that van, you know, just because it's nostalgic reasons, I guess. But overall, I think this would make somebody a pretty cool little survivor, customized van from the 70s. I think if you could get it for the right price, you'd have one hell of a conversation piece. Next, got 1982 Dodge for $15,000. Now, this definitely wasn't one of my favorite years of the Dodge. I like the older, like 77-ish kind of grills on these old vans. I just thought those were a better looking van. Now, from the pictures of this van, it appears to be in really good, solid condition. And that's kind of actually amazing. One, it's a Dodge. Dodge usually rust it all out. They're gone, you know. But this one here, being from New York and any of those New England states, this is actually fared pretty well. But of course, you know, pictures can be very well deceiving. As many of you guys already know this, but some people are learning that the hard way by making cash deals without actually physically seeing the vehicle in person first. Never do that. Next, got a 1981 Ford for $2,800. Now, I really wish the seller would have had better pictures of this van and a lot more information, because personally I think this is probably the best buy in the video today. At that price, 306 cylinder, you can't go wrong. That was a great engine from Ford, and this is a shorty, and I really, like I said, guys, I like these vans, and they're getting harder to find in a shorty, and this one here, from the pictures, appears to be pretty dang solid as well. But it is one of them New England vans, so you're definitely going to have to crawl underneath this thing and get real dirty looking it over. Next, got a 1967 Dodge for $11,000. Now, I do think these vans are cool, even though you're the first on the scene of an accident, being that kind of close to the windshield up there. You know, you'll be like them, what goes through the bug's mind when it hits the windshield at 70 miles an hour, it's hind in. That's probably pretty much what's going to happen to you if you rear end the wrong thing or get hit by the wrong thing sitting in the driver or passenger seat of these things. But other than that, they were pretty cool, and they're very sought after. Now, I don't know about the price he's got on this one here. I think with the right negotiation, and you really appreciate these vans, this might make somebody a pretty good project. Now, what do you guys think? Make sure you leave that down in the comments. Remember, everyone, if you're enjoying our content, make sure you smash that like button, even leave a comment. That really helps us out in the algorithm, and also helps us fight all this AI narrated crap that's been going on. Next, got a 1990 Chevrolet for $16,500. Now this one here from the pictures, this is a very, very, very clean Chevrolet here, Shorty. Now the problem I have with this one here, it is a 90, so it's got the funky, ugly front end on it. It's not as bad as some, but what really kills this one for me, it is a 4.3 van. Now, I don't know, with crazy ass gas prices, it actually might not be bad, just kind of cruise around. But you see, you get that V8 rumble, and that's what I really liked about these old vans. But overall, I don't think it's a bad van. I just think it might be a little high on price. Next got 1970 Dodge for $13,000. Got another pretty cool Dodge van here, and I actually did the color combo here. That green and white is actually working on this van. The one thing that I think kind of ruined this van for me is when they cut the side out of it and put that damn window in it. I think that just totally ruined the aesthetic of that van. The interior actually looks pretty dang cool in there. Like I said, the biggest thing I can't get on board with is that window, but I still think that price might be a little high. But what do you guys think? Next got 1986 Dodge Caravan for $14,000. Now, we got a pretty dang cool little Dodge Caravan here, and I'm not going to lie, I really dig the hell out of this thing. I would have never spent the money to build this damn thing, but at $14,000, I don't think it's a bad starting point to try to get this for a good price. I definitely see a lot of fun being had with this van. If you could afford the tire rubber and all that good fun stuff, every time you go out there and blow them up and run down the track with it. But overall, it is pretty cool. I don't necessarily think he's got too bad of an asking price on it. It's definitely one you're going to have to really look over and make sure everything's done correctly. But what do you guys think of this little Caravan? Leave it down in the comments. Next got 1974 Volkswagen for $28,000. Now this is definitely a very slick little Volkswagen van here. Not gonna lie, I dig the color combo here. It just really made this little van pop. I like everything they've done here, and I'm not really a big Volkswagen guy. Now my son, he would absolutely love this thing, but he ain't got no money, so we ain't gonna show it to him because he ain't coming to me and start looking for money. I know a lot of you guys are out there thinking, well, this is not necessarily a project. Well, you know, it might not look like a project, but let's just be honest. It is a Volkswagen. It will always be a project. It might be pretty, but it's always going to be a project. That's at least what I know about these old Volkswagens. You're always working on it. There's something wrong with these all the damn time. And if you're looking at all these pictures here, you can't deny this is a great looking van. It's very well put together. And if you're a person who knows these little vans, these little Volkswagen engines in and out better than you know your own wife's backside, this might be right up your alley. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.